Would you rather William, Prince of Wales, or Spider-Man the Spare? So I'm sure all of you have seen the video of Harry dressed up like Spider-Man for Christmas. Noble effort. He was doing a video for some young kids. The group that supports children that have lost parents in the services. The messaging was a little. It's like, yeah, you can have the best holiday of your life. You don't have to feel guilty about having a great holiday. So I don't know if kids feel guilty that they're having a great holiday or if they just are sad because they've lost their parents. But nonetheless, in typical exiled prince buffoonery, he was dressed up like Spider-Man. I don't know why. And then pulled the mask off. I'm sorry.
Well, Peter Parker's parents were killed.
Oh, is that why? Oh, Gregopedia said because Peter Parker's parents were killed. I don't even know if he thought that far, but
But they were part of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'm glad that Gregopedia knows the backstory. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Gregopedia, for adding that after.
I don't know what that has to do with fucking Christmas.
Didn't Bruce Wayne's parents get killed at Christmas? Wouldn't it have been more appropriate if he was,
I don't know when it was
Batman?
coming out of a theater. That was weird. Like because it was like the 30s. It's a weird way of dying.
Coming out of a theater? Mm-hmm. Okay. So we had that in the wake of Earthshot, or as I've been saying all week, Earthshot, where William and Catherine looked absolutely gorgeous. So both of them. He had this amazing green velvet jacket on. Loved it. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Gregopedia actually has a velvet jacket someplace. We have not been able to locate it, but he does have one. So you have a velvet jacket, don't you?
Somewhere. I don't know where it went.
Yeah, it's somewhere. I don't know. I think the elves came and took it. So let's take a look at A Tale of Two Brothers, because we know this is coming to a screaming halt pretty soon. All right, let's start with the Spider-Man video, which again is totally blurry and smudged out. Like, my videos are not that production savvy, but like his are like, they look terrible. What are they shooting these on? Or do they just have like something over the lens? It's so stupid. Nonetheless, I can't even. What was he thinking? We're using Curious Creatures Tarot because this was a curious story. So let's see what he was thinking. What was he thinking? Little baby sloppy shuffle? Oh, Lord. Oh, boy. So, trying to return to the cheeky chappy that everybody loved. So, I think this is an organization that he can sink his teeth into. I think this is an organization, and I'm going to look it up. Pardon. I know you guys don't mind when I do this. So, this was for... What is the name of this organization? Unbelievable. I can't remember. I'm almost there, guys. Oh, I can't find it. It's Scotty's Little Soldiers. British charity, which I'm sure is a delightful charity, but it looks like this is a charity that he really wants to partner up with. He wants to be the Pied Piper of children. The adults in the armed services are not very interested in partnering with him. I don't think. This is my opinion. We can take a look at that. But I know there are a lot of voices about his time in the armed services and that the promotion of his work in the armed forces is not as it is PR'd. And he also did blow off an event for the Disney thing. And I think that that's still a sore spot with some of the service people from service men and women, I guess I should say service people. I don't know, from Great Britain. So here he's trying to warm everyone back up to, oh, this is just me. It's just me. Surprise, I'm having fun. Popping out in the window. Here I am. Trying to get that messaging across, and he's coming across very immature, very goofy. There's no agency and oomph behind this. It just feels very immature, has a very immature energy. And it's almost like, well, the powers that be, and we all know who that is, the powers that be are kind of like, this is where you belong, and you should just be quiet and sit at the kids table and work with the kids. Like, you should just work with the kids because they're not going to be judgmental. They'll understand you. Honestly, I think they're kind of compartmentalizing him as this 12-year-old child that is still healing. Do some work with the children. Did a therapist suggest the continued work with the children? No, I think a therapist did not recommend that. I'm going to say a big fat no. Did they want him to do something else? Yes, they wanted. Therapy has advised him to kind of cool his heels for a little bit. But I don't think that they have the ducats in the bank to do that. I don't think they have that luxury at this point. Six of Pentacles, he's trying to find an organization that's going to give him a home as a spokesperson. And like, seriously, like, that's what he is. He's a spokesperson now. He's not a patron. He's not a celebrity endorser. He is just some dude who's like begging to work for them. So I think they will partner somewhat because they are getting some traction. They are getting some visibility as a result of it, but they don't want a long-term relationship with him. It's fine for now. It's fine for now. This is the kind of relationship where, you know, the guy dates you through the holidays and breaks up with you before Valentine's Day. So that's really what I see happening. They also want to see what kind of asses he puts in the seats in terms of donations, in terms of his dedication and work to the organization. That's really, this is a tester. They want to see more from him. They want to see him doing more and being more involved. You know, it's going to require some effort. Now, does he have the ability to put that effort forth? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Five of Pentacles, Death. If he intends to run with this organization, if he intends to have some kind of long-term facsimile of a patronage, if he intends to do that, he's going to have to end a whole bunch of things. He's going to have to throw the baby out with the bathwater, not literally, of course, and he's going to have to have some words about the things that he's done in the past. So I think long-term relationship, the marriage is going to have to be left in the dust, and he's going to also have to conduct himself very well in the exit of that marriage so that there isn't that added stigma to his presence. So That's one of the things. So William coming out of the earth shot. Let's take a look at both of them. So William, how is William looking coming out of earth shot? How is he looking? That was his last big hurrah. There's all kinds of words on the street that like he had to rush back because they had to deal with the Netflix promo. Whatever. We're not even going there today. We're not going there today. How is William looking coming out of Earthshot? How is he looking? Just a real good general spin on him. He's being seen as very oh, that's kind of wild. We had the same cards. Very genuine. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Knight of Wands in reverse. We got a lot of the same cards here, boys and girls. Heart of the matter. 10 of Pentacles. So I think for William, the unfortunate thing is that the family matters. I think he's really quite in charge of the family matters. This whole situation with Harry and Meghan and the negativity that they keep spewing on the royal family. I think that he's very much trying to negotiate all of the responses, which is a huge amount of work. You know, he doesn't have any tricks up his sleeve that he's not showing. I think his threats are on the table. I think what he intends to do to respond to any of the negativity is out and about. I think that he's already said, if you do this, I have to do this. You will force my hand. I think he has done that. And I think he's made it very clear that there's not going to be any money moving forward. You know, what's theirs is theirs. And Harry left all that behind. So I think he's being very, very clear about that. Coming out of the earth shot, I think this has really tainted the success of that endeavor. I think, you know, the overshadowing. How does William feel about the overshadowing? Let's take a look at that. He is so done with his brother because we have this 5 of Pentacles too. That is an exile card. 5 of Wands on the bottom. He's working together with all of the teams, and the 10 of Pentacles overall is trying to restore the peace and serenity in that family, but through exile. We've got through exile here. So what question did I just ask? Whoops. I forgot the question. Sorry, guys. Go back. So, what is William going to do next? What is his next plan? Because it looks like this is all offered up. So, what he's doing is he's pulling he's going to I'm going to say it. I think the titles are going to be pulled. I think you know, the delight of the crowd is not going to be evident for Harry and Meghan as a result of what they're going to do. They're going to be left out on their own, and it's a new beginning for the family. How will they proceed? Let's shuffle and say, how will the family proceed? How will they proceed? Nonplussed. They are extricating themselves from the devil situation, from this negative person here, this King of Swords in reverse. This is the 9 of Swords coming out of the anxiety, not worrying about it. They're just going to put their best foot forward. They're going to live their best life and just put their best foot forward. That's how they're going to respond to this. So, wow. I am going to say it. I think that when Parliament meets, I think they are going to take those titles. I don't think they're going to maintain them. So, if the Netflix episode, the first episode, if it is vilifying the royal family, will Parliament take those titles? Yep, party's over. Party's over. He was a fool. There's too much water under the bridge. They're going to take those titles. They cannot represent Britain any longer. It will take some time. I think they're going to, I think there'll be some pacing between this. Is that because of a court hearing? Will they be sued? I think maybe we have Queen of Pentacles right here. I think maybe the Queen of Pentacles in reverse may have some things to say about it. So there may be some negative press. There may not really. I think it's just going to be negative press, but this is ironclad. They're not going to be able to maintain them. They're just going to be able to complain about it. So that is unfortunate. So let's look at both of them. This will be Harry. This will be William. So William feels very strongly in his position. He definitely feels like he is in charge. He has plans in place and he's ready to go. Harry is responding to everything with full emotion, no planning whatsoever. They kind of have an end goal, but they don't have any steps in between that are comprehensive. William is not being held back by his emotions or by his thinking. Any logical thinking that he had about family loyalty and maintaining relations is out the window at this point. He really is. The monarchy itself, the institution, is much larger than this relationship with his brother. Yeah, oddly enough, he's been going through historical records discussing brothers that have been at odds in the past. I think his counselors, they have been discussing all of the historic events with brothers at odds. And when the secession has come into question, I think he's been doing a lot of research about that. Harry will continue to have a lot of negativity, even once those titles are taken, even though there is going to be a definitive result to their behavior. I think he's going to continue to talk. I don't know if they'll be able to tighten that up. William will always be kind in the public eye. He will always have something nice to say. We wish them the best of luck. This is exactly what they asked for. We've done no more nor less than what they have asked us to do. 10 of Swords. This is going to cause Harry some great and terrible distress. This is going to be pushing him toward more of a crisis, if you ask me. I don't think that they have any money, so I think that creates more of a problem. William's focus will be on his family and maintaining the members that have chosen to stay and to be loyal to the crown. Harry will continue to fight in a very negative fashion with everyone with our 5 of Swords in reverse. Moving on, William is not interested in the equitable balance of power or wealth in the family, distribution of duties, those kinds of things. Had that been honored and maintained, then he would have a different opinion. But in this situation, he is not seeing that, he's not paying anyone to do nothing. He's not paying anyone for their perceived slights. Harry is going to be out on his own. I think he's going to have a lot of difficulty with anyone from the family, cousins included, that are going to give him a warm reception. I think, the difficulty here is that anyone that involves himself with him is going to jeopardize their place in the royal family. So we all know that. And then we go back to William. Still a lot of cups on this side. So William, Page of Cups, he's just going to keep pouring that into the family, keep working on their perception. And Three of Pentacles in reverse. No one's going to want to work with Harry. No one is going to want to either maintain, create, or develop new things with him. 10 of Cups, William will always feel in reverse. William will always feel that his family has been broken because of this, that there has been some damage. There will be a void where Harry once was. So Harry will just keep doing what he's doing. Like, he really is beating his head into a wall, into a brick wall. He's really just not doing any of the right things. Every misstep, if he was walking through a minefield, he would step on every single one. I hate to say that, but that is the truth. And William will maintain the sanctity of the royal family and that legacy. And Harry is going to be stuck with, it looks like, Meghan, who is going to keep doing it. But again, nonplussed. The royal family is going to be nonplussed about this. They're just not going to pay any more attention. Now, Harry will continue to hope and pray that the future will be better to him. I do get the sense that he's going to appeal to, well, you lost your mother too. Now, all of a sudden, he's going to bring in this, William, you lost your mother too. We share a common bond. I don't think it's going to fly very well. And Nine of Pentacles, William is going to, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse is usually like being, in some kind of exposed peril. But I think this is them closing the doors. Like the wooden gate is coming up and the spiked gate is coming down. Like they're just closing up the castle keep. And there he is. Harry's negative things are going to come to the surface. We're going to see why and how and all the other stuff that's behind the scenes. I'm definitely getting the sense that we're going to hear some videos, see some footage. We're going to see him behaving poorly. Whether or not he thinks it's behaving poorly, it may be things that he thinks, oh, I was justified. This was how I feel. It was my truth. I think there are going to be things in this docu series. Is that what we're calling it? Docu series? I can't remember what we're calling it, but I think there are going to be some things that come to the surface, and people are going to go, "Oh, yeah, that wasn't a good idea." I just think that that's how we're going to see it. And William is going to maintain that strength. Harry is going to continue, if he is not allowed to come back and to restore those relationships, as they just said the other day, is that once their series drops, they're ready to mend fences with the royal family. I think I think the castle keep is going to be closed to them. Whether or not he wants to mend those fences, I don't think he's going to. And I think Harry is going to continue to talk very badly once he finds out that the checks are going to stop coming in, or the EFTs are stopping. And William's going to be able to do that. Harry is going to be stuck in the mud. William's going to be creating new things, and Harry is going to be continuing to party on the West Coast. So we're going to see him get a little bit deeper into the party scene. He's not going to be able to produce. William is just not going to entertain anything further, and he will be busy with all of his other things. And Meghan will eventually wind up with all the ducats. So really, that's kind of the story between the two of them. This is a sad tale. It's a sad tale from Charles and Diana wedding. I mean, it's a very, very sad tale. So, if you wanted to look at it as a fairy tale, young lady meets eligible prince. They marry only to find out that he loves someone else. They have 2 children. All the while, she hopes that he will love her more because she's producing children and sweet and kind and pretty and whatnot. And ultimately, everything burns to ash. The husband, the prince, goes one way, the princess goes the other way. She gets run over by a carriage in the uh, trying to find another prince, and her boys are left on their own to fight amongst themselves. One goes one way, one goes light, one goes dark, however you want to look at it. It is very Game of Thrones, right? Like, this is a Game of Thrones story. Less nudity, though. Harry was the only one that was nude.
Well, no, there were pictures of Diana on the beach, topless.
Was there?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I got there. Was one of Kate too, which is really terrific. But terrible is what I was trying to say. But she's super sexy.
Depends on your perspective.
It depends on your perspective. So that's that. So we've got one goes one way, one goes the other way, just like in the Goodfellas picture story. So, one Zog goes one way, one Zog goes the other way. So I think the Superman picture was Superman skit was, or Spider-Man, thank you, was ridiculous. I should probably just redo this whole video, right? Gregopedia has been correcting me the whole time. That's why we call him Gregopedia. So, yeah, the Spider-Man video I thought was ridiculous. The buffoonery is, I'm over it. The buffoonery. Stop being a buffoon. You're not that funny. Just not that funny. So, wish him well. But in the meantime, hope you're all having a great time. I hope you're getting your shopping done. I did post a couple of days ago. Do have gift cards now. There is a link in the description to get your own gift card for the holiday for the people that you love. So you can get them in different amounts. And I tried to make as many amounts as possible, make it as accessible as possible. So hopefully I will see you all soon. Again, Wednesday night, live, 7 o'clock. New York time. I will see you there, and everybody have a great rest of your day.